gonna threaten me. Okay, this is enough.
Jo confronts an issue that affects many families.
Don't bite me, Callin.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, otherwise known as ADHD.
Come on. You have to. Let me show you. Listen, Callin, look at me. Stop.
I feel lost, I don't know what to do, I feel like we're at a dead end, I really just don't know where to turn. This video that you've just watched was taken earlier this year. The school that Callin is at haven't been helpful at all. He's in year 1 and I get calls, he's going to detention and I've got home to pick him up from school. The most stressful part of it is that he wants to be a good boy, but he just can't be good. I don't know what to do. We need help now or it's just going to get worse. I've heard good things about this school. That's why I would like Callin to come to Springwood Primary. I'm just really hoping you can help us out.
Okay. Thank you for meeting with us today. Here at Springwood Primary, we've had experience working collaboratively with family and children with special needs. Springwood Primary focuses on developing and implementing a successful collaborative model throughout the whole school. We want to provide and maintain a positive learning environment for Callin so he can develop new skills and knowledge. As a Deputy Principal, I will be providing a supportive, rational and interactive learning opportunities for his teacher and staff members that will provide support for Callin and yourself. Today I would also like to introduce you to the school psychologist, Mrs. Likius, and Callin's new teacher, Mrs. Bradstreet.
It's great to have you here, Mrs. Humphreys. Our main goal for Callin is that we work together to bridge the gap between home and school life. Now, you've already managed to acknowledge the hardest part about this behaviour issue, which is coming to accept the fact that Callin has ADHD. We can now further progress to reach successful goals. As a school psychologist, I am here to give additional support to you and Mrs. Bradstreet. Along with Mrs. Bradstreet, we'll be bridging this gap, making it easier for Callin to transition from home to school and vice versa. It's a team effort requiring help from each end, and that is why if we start now, it will make it easier for him being at a new school. It may not be easy at first, but that is why we want that continuity to ensure he is receiving the consistency, having the same rules and strategies between home and school.
Well, I've tried using a naughty mat or a naughty bench. I've tried having him sit at the kitchen bench while I'm cooking dinner to do his homework, but whatever I try, just nothing works. He just kicks and he yells and he screams and I just feel really lost. We've tried different things and I've got other children that take my attention, but I just can't get through. I feel like if we don't get things under control now, Callin's just going to get worse and we're going to have more problems. I just don't know what to do.
Some of these things that you're telling me are great, but there are a few strategies that I think may help you in the future. First of all, it's very hard for Callin to understand you if you're talking to him at a fast pace or giving him lots of instructions. You need to get his attention first, look at him in the eye, and ask him simply and clearly what you expect. Then ask him to repeat it back to you so you can get that confirmation. If you're frustrated, try and keep a calm and happy face, as it's harder for children with ADHD to process instructions when you're angry or have a difficult angry face, I guess. Praise him regularly for the things he does. He needs that encouragement and motivation to keep going. Have those regular routines that will help him to feel safe and secure. And we can definitely give you copies of what the school routines will be like so that you can reinforce that at home.
Wow, really? So what you're saying is that when I'm happy and smiling, his brain can process what's going on, but when I'm angry, he can't?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So is he on any medication or anything?
No, he's not on any medication.
You may find that medication may help for you, but due to not being on medication, you must ensure he's getting enough sleep each night and providing rest periods during the day. We will be providing this at school to ensure increased concentration levels. It is also important that Callin is provided with healthy foods for longer lasting energy. Try to reduce the screen time, especially before bed, and schedule daily exercise. As research has proven, it can help children with ADHD ignore distractions and stay focused on tasks, building their academic performance.
Hi Mrs. Humphreys, my name is Zoe Bradstreet and I am going to be Callin's teacher. I'm very excited to meet Callin and the class in 1B are also looking forward to getting to know him. As a class we've spoken about differences and that we need to celebrate these differences. There have been a few books that we have read in class, one that been recommended by Miss Leckius about a boy who has ADD and he has difficulty concentrating, following directions and controlling himself. I've mentioned that ADD and ADHD are not the same for every child, and Callin's needs might be different. To get the attention of the children in the class, I'm already using some jingles and a bell. And then for behaviour, I've set class rules with the class and a reward system that will involve the whole class. And once they get a certain amount of tokens, then the whole class will get a reward.
As I said before, we have had experience working collaboratively with children with special needs and their families, and to ensure Callin has the best learning environment, I will encourage Mrs Bradstreet to tap into the knowledge and experiences of a variety of professionals throughout our school. Mrs Bradstreet will also be provided a mentor teacher who has teaching experience with children in similar situations to Callin's. All staff working with Callin will be encouraged and supported to attend professional development opportunities to build knowledge and skills in relation to ADHD learning, to ensure Callin's needs are met. I can also organise a guest speaker from Everyday with ADHD, which also runs workshops and seminars within Australia to extend all of our knowledge and skills in regarding to helping Callin. These opportunities will be an ongoing process that will contribute to our whole school collaborative model approach.
I'm lucky enough to be working alongside teachers who have worked with children with ADHD, and I've also had many opportunities to develop professionally in the area of special needs last term when I found out that I was going to have your son Callin in my class. I'll also be working closely with Mrs Leckius to find the best way to deal with his behaviours. This is a behavioural frequency recording sheet that I'll be ticking off for the first couple of weeks, just to identify any triggers that we might need to avoid and areas that he may need support in.
Mrs. Humphreys, it's vital that you get support for yourself. It's not easy having a child with ADHD, but I strongly recommend taking time just for you, learning how to best cope with stress, but most importantly, asking for help. This is the time when you will need your family and friends most of all. Come talk to any of us. There are support groups in the community. We have a few resources for you, but Lads and Raising Children, both in this booklet, are a great resource. So we've provided a few different places that you can go and attend and get some support and advice from. Other testimonials and like-minded families will be great to help you get through this tough time.
Okay, thank you so much. That would be really good. I really feel alone in this. My husband doesn't help me very much at all. What sort of things are you planning to do for Callin? I really don't want him to feel like he's different from everybody else.
Mm-hmm. I can assure you that we will try and assist you and the rest of your family in every way we can, and hopefully we can get your husband involved as well. I have a few resources here to show you and a couple of things that you might be able to use at home, and if that's something that you want to put in place. So firstly, I've got just a little rewards sheet that we can use for Callin in class, sit on the side of his desk or something, and every time he does something that is sort of helpful and he listens to behaves correctly and sort of abides by the rules in the class and stuff, he'll move up.
Sure.
And yeah, then the class will get a point on their reward system as well. So yeah, that's one. And then also we've got our class routine, which you could also adjust for home, just so he knows what's happening, when it's happening, and it's just a constant reminder there for him. Yeah.
Great, that looks good. I can try some of these sort of strategies out at home and see how they go.
Cool.
On that note, I want to ensure you that we have strong anti-bullying strategies in place, along with the knowledge and practices throughout the school in regards to the Disability Discrimination Act. We want to ensure Callin will be treated as an equal at Springwood Primary, and if you ever have any concerns or questions regarding his social relationships or learning, please don't hesitate to contact me, Mrs Bradstreet or Mrs Leckius.
Well, Mrs Humphreys, the door is always open to come and talk anytime. We're here to help you and to allow Callin the opportunity to have a normal life like his classmates. Please don't hesitate to come visit, ask any questions, or need someone just to have a talk to. We will do all we can to bridge this gap for Callin at home and school.
Mrs Humphreys, it has been lovely meeting with you today, and I hope you walk away feeling comfortable starting this relationship with us all. We are very pleased to have Callin joining us at Springwood Primary, and we always organise a follow-up meeting for new students to see how they are settling in. This will be a chance for you to give us feedback about Callin's learning and if there are any changes that need to be made. But please don't forget, all of our doors are always open if you have any concerns at all.
Thank you all for your time. I finally feel like Callin's going to get the help that he really needs.
I'm really glad I changed schools when I did. They really helped me and my grades have improved. I'm going into high school now and I feel much more confident now that I know all of the techniques that they told me. The strategies that they taught me at Springwood Primary were vital to me being able to do well at school. And I've been taking my medication and I feel much better about my abilities now.